All right, welcome back, guys. I have something interesting in store for today's video, and I'm going to show you why that is. Let's go to the hatchery. Even though we haven't hatched anything here in a little while. "30 cryopods. I'm taking 30 cryopods. Alright, now we're going to head out of here, and I'm going to show you. Wait. Nah, it's fine. We're good. We're good. We're going to head out of here, and I'm going to show you what's going on. Grab some food real quick. There you go. Sweet. Now, I am going to show you guys something very exciting because I was traveling around the map a little bit yesterday. Wasn't recording or anything. I was just, traveling around, exploring a little bit. Even though I've been on the island for forever, like I feel like I know this map pretty well, but there's always people coming and going on our server, so there's always something new to discover, if you ask me, because people are always like built up new bases, or maybe they're like, I don't know, people just create crazy things all the time. But look at this. This probably, hopefully, doesn't crash my video or anything. Look at the mayhem. Like, look at this. This is insane. Here's an up close. This is what it looks like up close. Somebody's left all these gigas here. Oh my god. It's got my game, like, my game almost can't even keep up. Jesus Christ. Anyway, all of these gigas are claimable. Someone's abandoned these. I think this is pretty insane. Like, what? I'm gonna claim one. It's a level 1. A level 1 giga is crazy. I'm trying to click show ancestors, but it's like not even pulling up. Oh, there we go. It's a level 1 giga with no mutations or anything. No mutations, no traits. Somebody was obviously breeding these things like crazy. I'm just gonna take one. Yeah. You know what? We'll take two. We'll take two. Jesus Christ. My PlayStation needs help right now. The thing is like screaming for help. Alright. We'll take 2 of these. I think this is crazy, man. Like, this level of breeding is insane. I can't even do simple functions, like the game is so buggy. Okay. We've got 2. I think something I should probably do is like come back with like a kill gun. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and do that because this is ridiculous. I don't know who left all these creatures here like this, but this is insane. I'm gonna craft a kill gun real quick because that is the only way you can get rid of an owned creature on the server. So I'm gonna craft a kill gun, and I'm gonna kill off all these other ones because, like, obviously they've been abandoned. No one's claiming them. So I'm just gonna get rid of them. Gotta clean up my own server, I guess, because nobody else is doing it. Don't know why our server host is allowing this to stand. Like, I'm sure they know about this. I'm not the server host, but like as the server host, I'm sure they can probably see that like the island has like a crazy amount of like creatures on it or something. Like, I'm sure that's a visible thing. Like, there's got to be some way that that like your server is like super jacked like this. Um, I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm gonna kill off all these gigas. I'm gonna just claim them all and kill them all because this is ridiculous. Jesus Christ. Mm, yeah, like how many level 1 gigas do you need, bro? Like, this is crazy. Should I keep these? You know what? I'm thinking I'm gonna keep these. But how many are even here? Like, certainly more than 30. I've only brought 30 cryopods. Look at this. Look at the amount. Oh, that is crazy, dude. It looks like a freaking swarm. It's insane. It's obviously breaking my game. Um, this is just crazy. It's crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. I think I'm going to keep these. So I'm going to have to go back to base and get more cryopods. I was going to kill them all. But then I just realized, like, you know what? This would be good for my own giga breeding. Like, on second thought, like, I don't even need to breed gigas because I have those crazy gigas that I already got from Astraeus. Like, this is insane. We don't even have to tame the best creature, like one of the best creatures in the game. Someone just leaves them around the base, around the map for you to just claim for yourself. Anyway, I'm going to kill these off. I changed my mind so much about things, it's crazy. Indecisiveness is real. I'm going to kill these things off. So let's switch this gun from neuter to kill mode and get started. Okay, so I quickly changed my mind on that again because I was just doing it and I'm like, nah, this is insane. The amount of gigas there is just insane. There's no way I'm gonna sit there and do that that would take hours. And the way it's like lagging my game so bad, it would take forever. And the crazy part is, that's not even the only place. I'm gonna show you another one right now. Look at this. Check this out. This isn't even the same tribe. Different tribe, but pretty much the same thing going on here. Abandoned gigas. 456. Well, we're not going to claim that. What level are these? Are they all level 456? They're all level 456. Alright, we're not going to claim any of these because, we don't want to go over the official server limit. Whoa, whoa. I was not trying to do that. Anyway, they want to save me. Are they all 450? They're all 456. Yeah. Yeah, okay, well. We're just gonna... Alright, what I've decided is I'm gonna screenshot these locations and I'm gonna send them to our server host And I'm just gonna ask that he removes all this stuff because I don't want this here. If you ask me, this is the type of thing that's gonna like mess up our server performance, and I believe that our server host doesn't play primarily on the island, so he probably doesn't even know that this is a thing. Or if he does, which I feel like there's got to be a way he knows, like, why aren't we getting rid of this? And I know this isn't his tribe because I know his tribe's name, and this is not his tribe at all. This is just someone who was once playing on the server but has been inactive for a very long time. So I'm just gonna screenshot this and I'm gonna ask that he removes it. Let's make sure we get a screenshot of the map location too. Wait, pull up the map, yo. I'm like, I'm pressing it twice, dude. Pull up the map. Yep. I'm gonna screenshot that. So I'm gonna send this stuff in the Discord and just ask that our server host removes this because this is insane. This is insane. But you know, not before I claim a couple of them for myself. You know, gotta make sure I'm good, you know. Gotta get a good picture of this one. This one isn't so bad, so maybe maybe I'm not you know what? I know who this tribe is though, so I think I'll message them and tell them like, hey, your creatures are like, you know, claimable. You should come pick them up or refresh them or something. So we'll do something of the sort with that one. But I will still, Jesus Christ, we'll still get a screenshot to let them know what's going on. Because their structures aren't demolishable, so you know, obviously they still play. Maybe they just haven't come check on their creatures for a while. Let's get a shot of that on the map. Alright, and then there was another spot. These are not the only ones. It's crazy. I was like, yo, I was flying around yesterday just looking at this stuff, and I'm like, are you kidding me? This is insane. Like, the amount of creatures that people have just left behind is crazy. Oh, is this another one? I didn't even see this one yesterday. This is new to me. I was just on my way to the other spot. The other one is Karchas. Like, this looks like these are Tech Rexes. Oh. The other location is Karchas. They have one that's just Karchas and they're everywhere. Tribe of Pablo again. Claimable. Yeah, they're claimable. Crazy part is they're not even all the same level. Like, what's going on with this? 248. Is he trying to get more 248s or what? Ain't none of these eggs incubating. There's no power here. I mean, the transmitter is on, but like, is he trying to get more 248s or what? 256. Let me check out this 248 right here. I mean, hey, free Tech Rexes I will take. Do they have mutations? No. No mutations. 257. Let's go back. 9,000 health. 581 melee damage. Holy crap. That's insane. $153 and a $257. Alright, I'm not gonna take this because, like, there's no way this would exist on a real server, on an official server. And remember, we are keeping this close to official, so we're not gonna claim that. Let's check this 226 though. Accessories, 153 and a 257. 396 melee. Same health. What was that? That was 226. There's a 218. Let's check this one out. I was not trying to pick up those stupid eggs. 426 melee. That's crazy. Yeah, these stats are unreal. I don't want this. Oops. Anyway, I just thought this stuff was so insane. I'm gonna keep looking around here a little bit. Alright, so anyway, leaving that one. That one was new to me. I didn't see that one yesterday. But the one with the cartridges, I saw those yesterday for sure. Because it's crazy because I was actually just exploring the map. I was coming to all the different locations that I know. Like, I was flying around all the different locations that I know cartridges could spawn. And I know there's like one location. No, there's two. It's 1, 2, 3 locations you could. 4. There may be 4. There's like 4 different locations you could get a cartridge spawn in the cold region. So I was flying around checking those out. And like this area isn't one of the areas, obviously, like where the icebergs are, but I was just on my way to another location when I started to discover all of these like abandoned creatures and things. It's crazy. Obviously there was something here before. You can see they got that modded cryo storage thing down there. So there was another creature here at some point. They must have removed it, or someone's taken all of the creatures from there, or whatever that was. So that was like 1, 2, 3. We've come across 4 different like these little breeding locations already. And here's another one. Here's another one. So this makes 5. These are Rexes. Once again, I believe they're claimable. Yeah. Claimable Rexes. So we're gonna... Oh, I can't even check its inventory to see like the stats or anything. Can I cryo it from here? Fire. Oh, should have known. Couldn't throw that out. Okay, let's check its stats. It's got 330 melee, 10,000 health. Well, we do have higher health on our Rexes. We have less melee. I don't know if this has been leveled or not. So I should probably check that out. I mean, honestly, I'm gonna keep whatever I can from these. Yeah, this hasn't been leveled. It's got 330 melee. That's pretty good. I think I'm gonna hang on to that. We can get that melee into our Rexes back at base. Thought I heard Nanky. I did hear Nanky. Level everybody. Too high for me. Got any good traits? No. Okay. Anyway. I'm going to, so there were tech Rexes, regular Rexes, 2 breeding areas for Gigas. Oh my god. Nope. Alright, don't know where that just went. it's still there. Anyway, I'm going to look at some more of these Rexes and see if there's anything else I may want to keep. And then we'll move on to the next one, because there's another one. Oh, look, there he is over there. I think that's the one with the carches. So apparently people were just doing their breeding all along the edges of the cold region over here, which is pretty nice to discover that they've left it all abandoned for us to claim. Alright, so I took a few of the Rexes that had the 330 melee. Not all of them had the same melee. Some of them had like 298, so we only took the ones that had the better melee. And now here we are over here at the Karchas. This is the same tribe. Not the same tribe that left all the Gigas, but the same tribe that has left all the other breeding locations. So they had like 5 creatures breeding out here. They were breeding Rexes, Tech Rexes, Gigas, and Karchas. So 4. They have 4 breeding. Oh no, there was another one that was empty. So they had 5 different breeding things out here. And then there was the one from the other tribe who had all those Gigas. So there's like 6 breeding pens out here. And all just abandoned. Creatures just left here. So, you know, we're going to claim what we can claim. And we're going to put these to use. Because, you know, you may not, if they don't want them, I want them. I got to figure out how I'm going to claim these creatures, though. Let's start with this one up here. Oh, can't get in there. 289. .320 melee. 18k health. Looks like it came from some pretty good parents. It's 52 health, 52 weight, 59 stamina, 58 melee, 44 food. Hopefully the oxygen isn't too crazy. But we're definitely going to keep this guy. Says he's got 58 damage, so I like that. Look at that. We didn't even have to tame Karchas. We just find them and claim them. It's that easy. But I do need a mate, so let me see if I can get down here and claim one of these females. I'll have to like jump to reach their tails or something. Maybe over here on this little iceberg. I could just land like right here. This is good. Let me get myself at a good angle. Boom. 295. .310 melee. His melee is even better. I need to get out of the cold region because my character's about to die soon. See, this one's parents. Alright, we can't spend too much more time here. My character's freezing. So I'm just gonna cryo any of these that I can and then get a move on. It's not allowing me to cryo. Okay, I'm gonna keep struggling until I figure this out. Alright, well, we got 2 of them. I'm going to make my way out of here now. Actually, I should be going back this way because that's my base, back this way. I don't think I discovered anything else yesterday while flying about. It was just this area, so I'm not really going to go looking for anything else because I think this is everything that we saw yesterday, including that new one with the Tech Rexes. That was interesting too. So this is like the kind of crazy thing that people do on our server. They just like come in and breed all their creatures and then they abandon them. Crazy. Free creatures for me, I guess, but this is insane. Like the amount of breeding is crazy. And then to just leave it all behind, even more crazy. But I mean, what can I say? Because I kind of did a similar thing when I went to official for 3 months. When I went to official, I had rock drakes that I was breeding on my on my unofficial. And my rock drakes, I have so many rock drakes. I probably had over 100 rock drakes out, and they were all breeding. But eventually, I did come back and like turn the breeding off. And then I came back later on and just picked all the rock drakes up, and that way I didn't just leave them all on the map because I'm actually considerate of other players. I was like, I've left those rock drakes there. I totally forgot about them. I probably need to go pick them up so they're not like slowing down the server with the overload of rock drakes. But other folks, they've got like 6 different breeding pens everywhere across the map, and no one's claiming anything or picking up anything. It's just a mess. Anyway, that was a fun little trip. I just wanted to bring along the audience for that because I was just like, this is crazy. So I snatched 2 fertilized Karcha eggs and 3 Karchas. We got 2 females and the male. So pretty cool stuff. I guess I'll just like start combining some stats on these Karchas. And the best part about having a Karcha is being able to take them to do like orbital supply drops. So yeah. But first we also need to find like a good Karcha saddle if possible. So I'm gonna check out these creatures and like their stats and things. And maybe I'll start breeding. I think I'll start breeding with the Karchas first. And the Rexes as well. Okay, so I put the eggs in the incubator, and I just realized the male actually has a mutation. He has a melee mutation. That's why his name was 58-2. That makes me realize originally he has 58 melee, but he's got 2 additional points because there's a mutation. There's one mutation and it's in melee. So it went from 58 to 60. And I was looking at that because I'm like, wait a minute, these things say they have 60 melee. And then I saw it and I'm like, oh, there's a mutation in there. That's why. Each mutation gives you 2 additional levels. So they named it 58-2 because it's 58 melee plus 2 for the mutation. So that's pretty cool. So already we have a, level 1 mutation. And I think that's awesome. Level 1 mutations to the melee. I'm trying to see, out of all these eggs, which one has like the best stats. I want to keep the ones with the best stats, and also I want to get to a point to where they're all the same level. I don't like breeding creatures that are like all different levels because it's like you start to lose track of whose stats were what, and I don't like that. So I try to, whenever I have wilds that I've tamed, I try to keep breeding them until I get like a good combination of all the stats. And then when I get that, I get an even number, and then I get a mate with that same number, and then we breed them further so that we know that we're starting from a base of the same number, and then we just go from there. But trying to combine like these different levels, it starts to get tricky in the numbers later on because you start to lose track of like whose level was what and what stats went on which creature and which stat came from which parent. Like, it starts to get really confusing when they are all different levels with different stats. So best way to do it is try to breed until you get an even like flat across the line level for your parents, for both parents, and then you start breeding from there. So like this one being 289, we should probably look for. Do these have mutations? No, no mutations on me. So we should probably look for creatures that are like, I don't know, maybe we'll look for more 289s or something like that. What we do need though is more. We may need to go back and get more females because we need more clean females. And I mean, all those females were out there. I think I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and get the rest of those females because we can't just have 2 clean females. Like that's kind of gonna be trash. I don't know. We have to figure out what level is gonna be like a good level though. 306, 300, 279. 306 is 52, 59 stamina, 52 health. I think I should name this guy based off his parents. Well, his ancestors. These are like the grandparents on each side. So it comes from a line of 304 and 304. This is 200, 232, 243, 232. 244, 363. It's gonna be hard to figure out these stats. But the grandparents have 52 health, 52 health, 52 weight, 59 stamina, 58 melee, which I think is all on this one. 52, 52, 59. The 44 food. They don't all have the same stats. This has 38 food, but it's got everything else that the father had as well, or the grandfathers. And this one's just a flat out no. It's got 41 health. So slot 3 is a no for sure. Honestly, figuring out stats and stuff is confusing, but man, I hate this, seriously. What we need is a male that doesn't have a mutation already. That's what we need. But that's going to be impossible to get because they've already started breeding with a male who has mutations, but they've started breeding him with so many different females. I don't like this. I really don't like this at all. I wish I could get the mutation off, but that's not going to happen. Anyway, I'll figure this out. Okay, so I've started to realize that in order for this to work, I don't need that female. I don't need this male. I just need this female, 295, and I need a low level male. So like a high level female and a low level male to kind of bring this all together and get it to eventually a point that I want it to be. So what I'm gonna do, let me see, 18601. Yeah, this one has better stats. 603, 649. The weight, 1326. Same weight, same melee. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this. And I'm gonna get rid of this. And then I'm going to keep this one. We're gonna name her with her stats, and we're gonna go find a low-level male if possible. And that's how we fix all of this. Okay, so I also just realized that the tech Rexes also have mutations. This female has 1 mutation. This male has 14 mutations, which I didn't realize. So that must be why his melee is so high. The 448 melee, that explains it. It's because of the mutations. And I think that was the case with the other ones, the Tech Rexes that had like 500 plus melee. I need to go back and grab one of those. There's mutations on them. So what I need to do is get a low level female for this guy, like a low level wild female, like a Tech Rex. I'm also gonna go back and see. I gotta go back and check those other ones. We got so much to do. This is so. This stuff is like really throwing me off. There's like a lot you have to do to clean this mess up. Anyway, what else? Oh, right, the gigas. Make a folder for those. And the way I'm storing these in my cryo fridge so I know what's what is I'm putting them in a folder that says unsorted. So this is like unsorted Rexes, which means like we haven't sorted through the stats of these and like as far as getting them all in even level like we did with our own Rexes. And then same here with the techs. These are unsorted. These are unsorted level 1 gigas, but I don't think I need to put these in an unsorted folder because like our gigas are clearly higher level and these are just level 1. Like I don't think that's going to change too much of anything. So we're just going to put all of those in one folder. But everything else we're putting in folders that say unsorted so that we know that we need to sort through them, through their stats and things like that. And I'm going to go back and see about those other tech Rexes. Okay, so we found a wild Karcha. Let's see if it's the low-level male we need. Oh my god, he can still hit me. How? No. Get out of there. Jeez Louise. He is hitting hard. There's no way that's a low level. What is it? A 70. A 70 isn't too bad, but at the same time, I don't feel like a 70 is low enough. If you ask me. Man. Poor Meguana. Almost got jacked up there. I think I'm gonna go to I can't. I was gonna say I think I'm gonna go to the center, but I don't think the center is available right now because it's a rotation and I don't. Let me see what our current rotation map is. I don't think it's the center at the moment. What was that? October 28th. not sure what our current rotation map is. I guess I could check at this blue obelisk. I thought there was a way to check on the Discord, but I don't know how. So I'm going to check at the obelisk. Alright, looks like at the moment we have Valguero, which I'm not really familiar with that map at all. I actually know nothing about that map. I've never been. So I'm not sure if that's a good place to go. But what I am going to do is kill this level 70 male Karcha. And hopefully we get a new one to spawn at some point. I don't even remember where that was. It was this way. Oh, there it is. Alright, we're going to kill that guy. And if we don't get another spawn, I'm going to go to another map. Maybe Astraeus? Because we still have Astraeus for... We still have Astraeus for about another 2 weeks until it becomes a rotation. So I'll probably go there and look for another low-level Karcha male. And that's probably all I'm going to be doing for the rest of the time until I get one. Battle of the big boys. Alright. Lots of goodies to break down. On 61. Alright, on Astraeus, found a Giga. No Karcha though. I'm not looking for a Giga, but when trying to find a Karcha, you know, if there's not a Karcha on the map, that's because a Giga has already claimed the spawn. So, I'm gonna kill this Giga and see if maybe we can get a Karcha to spawn. Okay, apparently there were 2 Gigas on the map, which makes sense because there are like 2 Karcha and Giga spawn. Well, there's like more than. But on this map at a time, there could be like 2 or 3. I just saw an Astral RG though. I think I'm gonna kill that just to see what we get. And then it looks like the other Giga is like right above our heads. So I think we're gonna go up there and kill that. If that is indeed what I just saw. I think that's what I saw. I saw a tail up there. It was a very large tail. Could only be a Giga, right? Oh, maybe it was that. It was that guy. The Diamantina. Big Sleepy. Alright, so the other Giga is somewhere else. We'll go and I forget the Astral. We'll go to the Giga. On the second Giga. 189 female. I don't know why I'm checking the level or even bothering to look at it at all. Should just be killing it to get it out of the way for a Karcha. Right, hopefully nothing attacks my Iguana around here. Simple fire animation. Excellent. Our gig is taking a bit of a beating, though. It's all good. It'll heal in cryo. I wanted to find a low level. Oh, what the heck? Where'd you go? Shut up. I wanted to find a low level female Tech Rex, so that it can go with that male Tech Rex that we have with like the 14 mutations. But I don't think I'm gonna find one in time because I do have to. Juvenile license. I probably should have kept it, but whatever. I do have to find, or I do have to get my children ready for school in a bit, so I've only got about 20 minutes. Kidding me? I've got about 20 minutes here, and I tried looking for another Karcha or Giga, but looks like we don't have any spawns at the moment. So I thought while we wait for maybe a Karcha, we can, well, there's two things we could do. We could look for an Evo Tech Rex, or we could go to another map and try and look for a Karcha again, which the only other map would be Extinction. We can go to Extinction and check for a Karcha, but I don't know if I'll see one there. I don't know if I've ever like found a Karcha on Extinction, so who knows. But I think I'm gonna try that just because I am short. I'm too short on time to be able to go like traveling around looking for Tech Rexes. I just don't have I don't have that type of time. So I'm just gonna keep on the Karcha search. And we know we don't have any here, so we're gonna go to another map. And I don't know anything about Valguero at all because I've never been on that map before. But hopefully Karcha spawn there. I mean, we may go check that one out just to see if we could possibly get a Karcha spawn. You know, if Extinction doesn't work out, which most likely Extinction isn't going to work out. So I've never tamed a Karcha there. Okay, haven't been on Extinction in a while, but apparently I left, uh-oh, that was so stupid. Oh, we're good. Apparently I left a Rock Drake here. Don't even remember doing that or having that Rock Drake. Well, I do remember having Rock Drakes, but I don't remember leaving a Rock Drake behind. But it has been a very long time since I've been on this map, so of course I wouldn't remember leaving it. And we're in the middle of a meteor shower. Anyway, let's see if we can look for a Karcha here. If not, then we're just gonna go to Valguero. Yeah, I just knew that wasn't possible. I've never seen a Karcha on this map. People say that this is a place where you can get Karchas and Gigas, but I've never seen them on this map before. So I don't know how they find them on this map, but I've never seen it. And the gene scanner is telling me that there aren't any. So I think that just goes to prove my point. And I'm gonna get out of here now. Oh, gotta find terminals. Okay, so already this music is fire. Okay. Thank the heavens there's obelisks on these on this map, because I was thinking as I was transferring here, wait a minute, I've never been to this map. What if it's like Extinction and there's like no supply drops and you can't transfer off? Like, what am I gonna do? Like, how am I gonna get off the map? But luckily, as you can see, or as I can see for myself, that there are obelisks, so we can get off the map. They do look powered, unlike the ones on Extinction. So we should be good here. So what I want to do now, don't leave me, you moron. What I want to do now is see if we can get a Karcha on the map. If there's a Karcha on this map, that would be great. If not, we have a Karcha. Okay, let's go check it out. So we need it to be a low-level male. There's a red drop there. Check that out. What kind of stuff can you get on Valguero, I wonder? Is that 2 red drops? There's 2 red drops. I'm gonna go check those out, because I have no idea what kind of loot you can get on this map, and I'm excited to see. It's my first experience, first time ever being here. Looks pretty cool. There's 2 red drops that close to each other. It's crazy, though. I wonder how large this map is. I don't know if I'll ever know. So I don't plan on like filling out the map entirely. I'm only here for the Karcha finds. So hopefully there's like no crazy dangers here that I'm like unaware of, like how on I don't want that. Like how on Aberration there's like the mushroom, like the poison mushrooms, like you can walk into and like freaking get yourself killed just by walking into them. Like I did not know that crap when I first went to Aberration. I had to learn that the hard way, you know, just by walking into them. Then eventually I watched the video because I was like, wait a minute, what is, you know, why am I dying to these like plants? And then, you know, we had to learn about it. So I had to watch a video to learn like what the dangers were of Aberration. And hopefully that's not the case here. Like I don't have to. Okay, we're not gonna stay for this drop. I don't have time. I do have to get my children ready for school, so just gonna look for the Karcha, see what it is. If it's nothing good, then we'll just leave, get back to base, because I do have to get out of here. Yeah, I just heard it. I also heard a Giga, so there's like a Giga and a Karcha here, apparently, because I did hear a Giga. Or maybe it was a Rex? I think I heard a Rex. Whoa. That Karcha looked like it was charging at me for a second. That's a 196. Okay, 196 male. Obviously not a low level. With that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here because I do have to leave. But I will come back to this, I guess, tomorrow. Because I don't think I'll have... I don't know if I'll have free time today to come back to the Karcha search thing. So, ooh. A ringed white drop. Could be some good cloth armor, cloth blueprint maybe. Hoping for a cloth blueprint. I'm always hoping for a cloth blueprint. Please. Oh, that's dangerous all around. This is not good. Let's see if we can quickly check this. Okay, there's a good cloth shirt. Like that, that's acceptable. And I don't think this is over the limit either, because I think the limit for official cloth is like 49, and that was 44, so that's a really good shirt. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to an obelisk, get out of here. So it's a quick little 5-minute experience here. I'm not sure if this map has more than one like Karcha Giga spawn location like the other like DLC maps, but you know, Astraeus has a few of them. People say there's a couple on Extinction, but I've never seen them. And there's like a couple on the center. I know that for sure. The center is loaded with locations. I don't know anything about this map, so I'll have to maybe watch a video at some point today, which I will have time to do because I am off work. So I'll watch a video. I don't know if I'll have time to come back and play again, but I know I'll have time to learn a thing or two while I'm out and about today, because, you know, even though I'm off work, I still have errands to run and blah, blah, blah. So I think a Thyla just tried to get me. This map is really cool, though. But I'm going to try and get back to, I'll try and get back to this at some point. Anyway, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for tagging along, guys. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. Have a good one.